What is up, witches and wizards and muggles and everyone else that is out there? I am super stoked to be back for some chats about Harry Potter Wizards Unite while playing some Elder Scrolls Blades. I am super stoked to hang out, talk about stuff, enjoy some fandom, nerddom, excitement, passions. It's pretty chill. I think there's a lot going on, and I'm pretty stoked to see actually how some of this plays out. So, for those of you that are not familiar, Wizards Unite is an upcoming mobile game by Niantic, the same folks that made Pokemon Go, and I'm pretty hyped about that. But I also have really enjoyed some of the Elder Scrolls experiences in the past, so I'm pretty stoked to be able to play Elder Scrolls Blades a bit. I was able to play it in beta, and they have made some updates already, so it's pretty awesome to see that they're already starting to take some feedback, starting to make some changes, and really work through some of the stuff that I think was kind of hampering them from the get-go. So I'm pretty stoked to talk about some of those as we go on. I'm going to be hanging out for a wee bit here, probably about 30-40 minutes or so. Pretty excited to be hanging out. What about y'all's? Are you pretty stoked for Wizards Unite? Do you know about it? Are you thrilled about it? Have you experienced it? Is it you? Is it your passion? Are you super about that life? The wizardly life, of course. I hope you are. In game, I am a dark elf, dark mage, doing some pretty cool magical stuff, of course, because that is pretty rad. Yes, indeed it is. Hey, Void Monkey, you are in chat, hanging out tonight. How you doing? Yeah, so here I had opened up Elder Scrolls Blades, and it seems like today they have given out some goodies. So here, oh, thank goodness. Okay, so it's saying thank you for playing, helping us make some changes in the early access period. Ooh, already making changes, and I'm super stoked about that. Next is that silver chests only take 1 hour. Oh, praise. So that was actually my biggest complaint. I talked about that quite a bit during the last stream. I had mentioned that there were a lot of struggles with 3 hours. Like 3 hours is just a really weird time for me always. Like I don't know what to do with that. It's like I'm not gonna set an alarm to like go back and like open stuff. I'm not a huge fan of notifications in general. Like I'll leave them on for some things, but most stuff I'm just not down for it. So pretty stoked that they have changed that already and lowered the gems accordingly to that. And then wood chests and elder chests have been added to job rewards, so cool. Apparently we can get some extremely rare elder chests. And it seems like silver chests are no longer going to be showing up in the abyss. So when I get over to what's been going on with my chests, you will understand why I am super stoked about there only being an hour left. Cool, so they're taking feedback. I'm down for that. Let's see, do I want to start in the abyss? No, let's start out the town. So here in the main little village of mine, I have been starting to rebuild. Of course, it is still on fire. Lots of smoke, lots of stuff going on. Oh, okay. In my chest queue right now, I have 8 silver chests. So I've been working this down. I think I had 14 at the max. It was a lot. Like it was a traumatic amount of silver chests. But I am going to go ahead and start some missions. Let's see if we got some. I think we're pretty good with. Oh, goblins are apparently pretty quiet. Cool. No goblins out there. Now, one thing I do like about Elder Scrolls Blades is the challenges, as well as the daily and weekly jobs. So challenges, they're just things that are always running in the background. I think that's always vital for some sort of like RPG style game. And how I think this could actually be played out in Wizards Unite. Of course, I know that in Pokemon Go there are already missions, like daily tasks that we have to go out and do. I don't want to see the same thing in Wizards Unite. I want to see missions, but I don't know if I want to just see kind of like the same thing, like, oh, go and spin 3 stops or catch this many type of whatever type of beast and stuff. I think that's silly. Like I think it's been played out a little bit, so we'll see. We'll definitely see what they end up choosing with that, but I think there's some cool things that they could do. So what I'm really hopeful for is I am very excited to see if they end up implementing some sort of mission like going and brewing specific types of potions or challenges that I think would be a little bit more in depth, so more like storyline challenges, because I think that would be kind of cool to like keep playing, but still have some stuff like recurring that are pretty regular. I'd be pretty happy for that. Now it looks like I can go into Margrove Hall, and there's some riches there, so I'm definitely going to be going for that. Just a mystery chest and some copper. Of course, we'll go ahead and start that. So, in Wizards Unite, I think some things are pretty exciting. A lot of movement there. If you have not already, I did note this on my Twitter, but I did not make a video about it just yet. There were some folks that have. There are some really cool features that they just announced online where you can actually go and use your Pokemon Go name and reserve that for when you go and play Wizards Unite. Now, please be courteous. Do not just go and like create new accounts and like spam and take every cool name, because that's a jerk move. We don't like jerk moves, right? So if you are interested in that type of stuff, if you like your Pokemon Go name, or if you like your Ingress name even, you can reserve either one of those. I have not been successful in getting Slitherwind, so that's been unfortunate. But it's not the end of the world. It may be able to be picked up a little bit later. But for right now, it's either reserved or there was something going on with it, and I tried to fix it. I haven't gotten a pretty solid answer yet, but I think I might be, and if I do, I will definitely make a video on how to reserve things if you are getting an error message when trying to reserve your name without breaking terms of service. So I think that's pretty important. Don't just like go out and break terms of service, because that's not cool. Like, they're there to try and make the stuff fun collectively for everyone, and you're not able to do that if you end up just focusing on what's best for you. That if you just go and take all the cool names because you can, that's a jerk move. Don't be a jerk. So I'm still learning some of the mechanics of this game, trying to like figure out timings and stuff. I think it's a pretty neat concept though. So I've gone more of the wizarding route on what I've been leveling up. And there are 3 trees in this, so when you level up, you have the option to pick between 3 different style of trees. Now, I would say that is similar to what we may see in Wizards Unite, because we have 3 different professions, but I actually just had some like revelations on that, and I'm pretty stoked because I'm definitely making up a new video. It's in the process. It's in the queue. My video queue is getting like traumatically bad for videos that I want to make, which is not bad. It's not bad at all, but it's definitely growing. Like, it is a growing concern of how much is on there. But it'll be good, because I think it'll be a good way to talk through a lot of the stuff that we have for Wizards Unite and definitely build that hype as we are waiting for some more official announcements as time goes on. So I'm pretty stoked to see how this ends up working out. I feel like I often have a lot of ideas for videos, and some of them I'll make and then just scrap it like partway through. Probably not the best idea, but I think it's where I'm at right now. That I'd rather make something that's a little bit more of quality than I would just like pump them out. I had some really good ideas for missions in Wizards Unite. The 10 missions that we saw in the trailer 2? Trailer 3. I had some good stuff, and then when we got our big like news dump, it definitely kind of took some of that away. So I think it's good that it's clarified, and then I'm going to be making a video to kind of go through some of the changes in that. So I had videos actually recorded for every day, and just when they announced it, it seemed like what I had thought for some of them was a little bit off. So I will be re-recording that and getting those out as soon as can be, so that we have a little bit more information on missions and what that will look like in Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Always enjoying sorcering, hanging out, doing cool stuff. Also always down for my stream music mix. I definitely need to add to it a little bit more, but I'm pretty stoked on it. This is my intro song, so I'm always like getting hyped for it. Sometimes I'll actually listen to this like right before recording. Get like psyched, get in the right mindset for it. So, what about y'all's? Are y'all's getting ready for Wizards Night? How do you keep the hype up when there is no news? I usually go back through some of the news and like rewatch trailers again and do like frame by frame analysis of like what's going on. It's pretty sometimes you catch things that you just did not catch before because you're in like a tizzy when you were like making your first videos and stuff. Pretty wild indeed. I also think it's interesting to see how much you can catch in like a very minute amount of time. Like frame by frame, just Wizards Unite has been really interesting in like popping out things in their trailers that you just would not expect normally. So that's usually how I get like pretty excited about stuff, like going back through, seeing some old stuff. I definitely theorize a lot about what will be coming with Wizards Unite. Sometimes I voice them, sometimes I don't. So I'm playing Elder Scrolls Blades While I Wait. Very well done app. It was in the market beta for a very long time. So it was announced at E3 last summer, I believe, that you could go and pre-register for Elder Scrolls Blades, but it just released fully, I believe. Gosh, 2 weeks ago? A week ago? It's been pretty recent, so definitely pretty interesting. I think they've done a good job, and I'm always worried when I see early release stuff, because I mean, there's going to be something that's incomplete, which there is. Like, there's always development, and there's never a fully perfected game. But knowing that they took the time, even though it did push it back a little bit, I think I'm okay. Like, I'm pretty stoked to see that they took their time to build a world like this. Like, it's very, very detailed here. They've done a pretty great job, just like making sure that, you know, smoke's coming off, and there's missions and stories and a lot of cool stuff going on with it. So I'm pretty down. I'm not very far so far. I'm still building up my town here, and that's something that you're going to do throughout it. So you kind of build up a town, and repairing is apparently just going to be something of my everyday life. Anytime that you go out and like do any sort of battle, it seems like you have to go back and repair your stuff. And I think just walking like into a dungeon is just detrimental to your well-being, apparently, which I guess I probably should have known going in. So pretty neat. I mean, you can build stuff up, which I'm always pretty stoked about. And the buildings I think are pretty neat. Like, I think that being able to rebuild a town is kind of a cool idea, because you don't get to see that in a lot of games. And if you do, it's not usually games like this. It's not like an RPG style game where you go and rebuild a town. That's interesting. So in this, there are 3 different focuses for your character. So you get to assign skill points the way that you see fit, and there's spells, perks, and abilities. So currently I am focusing on spells because I'm a spellcaster. We know this. I think they've done a cool job just kind of building out some of the tech tree. It's not Skyrim. It's not building up abilities that you work on the most, which is not bad. But I did like that style, that when you use something, it gets better over time. So it's not like that. Instead, you kind of build up and choose what you like, and it's pretty neat. Pretty cool way of going about this. I've gotten some cool gear so far. So I found, you know, a couple shields, and I have found that the merchant does not have a lot of gold, which is unfortunate because I have a lot of things and I would like to get rid of them when I don't need them. And sometimes I'm kind of stuck not being able to do that. So that gets kind of annoying. But overall, I think they've done a pretty solid job with this one. I just built up an alchemy lab over here, so I can go through and do some laboratory stuff, and you can upgrade these to different styles, which I think is pretty neat. Kind of a cool feature to play around and do stuff differently. So pretty down for that. Pretty down indeed. Could be making up some poisons, of course. We'll see. See if my enemies would like to enjoy some of these. It doesn't seem like ingredients are too hard to find, which is pretty nice. So I'm pretty early on in the game, and I can already make a lot of these different poisons, different potions. So here, if you are looking to build stuff up, health potions are obviously going to be a pretty big one, and I have already made, I think, 10 or so of these. Here I can make some more. So healing, always needed, especially when you're new in something, because it's a struggle. It's always a struggle. Struggles indeed. And go ahead and hang out with my friend Lond over here. And let's get rid of some of this stuff before we go out and quest a little bit more. So over in the shop, let's get rid of this. What do we not need? That can go. I'll keep it. Oh, that's equipped right now. Anything with a little... these little lines are equipped. So this dagger not equipped, this is equipped, that's equipped. So this I think I can get rid of. Yeah, so this my damage per second is pretty bad, but that just took up most of the gold. So Lond only has 195 gold left. What's going on with this? The infamous JJ527. This is Elder Scrolls Blades. It's a game made by Bethesda. They made the Elder Scrolls series, so if you played Skyrim, or they also made the games Fallout, so if you've played Fallout and stuff, pretty cool stuff. Good night, Void Monkey. Enjoy your evening. Sleep well. See you next time, of course. So yeah, I've just kind of been playing around with it. It's neat. It's kind of a cool placeholder. It will not be my like forever game. I know this already. But I like it. I will probably play for quite some time. It's pretty fun, and it just went on the market recently. They've done a phenomenal job with a lot of these details. Definitely pretty cool. So you can level up yourself, you can level up your town, and when you level up yourself or your town, you gain new abilities. So this one, it allows you to upgrade your character. So here, if you're at your character, you can head over to your skills. Skills you can change are your spells, your perks, and your abilities. So spells, I'm obviously focusing on because Wizard Life. Where is it? Wizard Life. Always. Perks, pretty cool, like kind of middle of the road class if you're focusing on beefing up your attacks or beefing up your defenses. And then abilities are kind of those unique things that you can just do, those one-time kind of focuses, help you out and pump your abilities throughout. So I could see Wizards Unite doing something similar to this. Of course, we have seen that tech tree, which is far more detailed than what this is. So their tech tree is massive, and I have some more information on it. I'll be releasing a video hopefully next week about that. I have some more thoughts on what our classes will be in Wizards Unite, so I'm pretty stoked to see how that ends up playing out. So pretty cool way to do that. Pretty rad. And then it just has your like general character stats. So I've been focusing mostly on just becoming more of a wizardly wizard TM. I think I'm just like throwing TM across like every word that I've been saying lately. It's worked out pretty well. Ever since soon TM. Soon. All right, so here, what's cool about this is that you can always change your character. So you can go down and change your looks, and you can change everything you want back to what class you are. So right now I am a dark elf, which gives me a bonus for fire resistance and damage with my spells, which is pretty cool. You can change, you can become changed to a female character. Oh, it crashed. So that happens pretty regularly. Crashes every once in a while. That's okay. I also think I just have too many apps on my phone. Does anyone else have that? I feel like there are just like 1,000 apps on your phone for no reason. Cool. So we are still in early access for Elder Scrolls Blades as it loads back up here. I think I need to do like a purge of a lot of stuff before I end up doing more of Wizards Unite, because when I did Hogwarts Mystery for a very brief time, I definitely filled up my phone with a lot of the videos and stuff pretty quickly. So here, I was in the process of changing my character. I don't really want to, so I'll just leave it as is, but you can always change it. So you can change your class, which changes your perks and abilities, which I'm pretty down for. I think that's cool, just to give you the option to go back and change something if you think that it wasn't exactly what you wanted. So yeah, heading out into the Abuso, or the Abyss. The Abyss is something that's more of a challenge style, and I think that's a pretty neat thing for a game. Last time I tried starting at a 9, that was a mistake. Do not start at a 9 if you're like kind of new in this, because you'll get whomped real quick. But it is a pretty cool way just to kind of do something different. So this year, basically trying to get as far down into the Abyss as you can, and the further down you go, the more rewards you get. Mostly treasure chests. So today they just changed the silver chest to drop from a 3-hour wait window down to a 1-hour wait window, which I'm much happier about. 3-hour wait windows do not work for me. I always either like forget that they are there, or I check like an hour and a half in and I'm always disappointed, like, and then check like 3 hours later. So fortunately that is not my scenario right now, as I can just go through, do an hour, even playing like I like that's doable, which I think is pretty cool. But there's very seldomly a 3-hour window in which I am playing nonstop for a game. So I don't know, it's pretty neat. I think they've done a pretty good job with this, and overall I'm pretty down, and I'm glad that they're already responding to complaints. Like if they noticed that there was a problem and people had kind of announced like, hey, we think 3-hour chest is not ideal for something, them already going in and fixing that is a really good sign for me, because I think that is indicative that they are dedicated to this game. Which I'm always super happy about. I think it's kind of a bummer when people like if an app's released and they just kind of let it go and see what people do for like a few months until people kind of get like tired of what's happening, which I think was kind of what happened at like the start of Wizards or with Pokemon Go. Like it was released, it was something that was there for a while. People played it, people loved it. It was super fun, and then, well, it's the same. There was no new Pokemon. That was just kind of like you caught some of them and you moved on. With Wizards Unite, I think that they have definitely done some lessons learned, and I'm pretty stoked to see how that ends up turning out when we actually get our game. For those of you that just joined the stream, I had announced on my Twitter, you will find an announcement for the way you can reserve your code name. So if you have Pokemon Go or Ingress, you can already go and reserve that name for Wizards Unite. So head on over there, reserve your name if you're excited, if you really like your name. If you do not, you can change it in Pokemon Go. So if you have a name in Pokemon Go that you don't want to use in Wizards Unite, but you still want to reserve your name in Wizards Unite, you can go in, change your name in Pokemon Go, and then reserve that name. Don't create new accounts. That does break terms of service, so don't go through and like make new accounts and try and like reserve every name possible. It breaks terms of service, but it's also just not a cool thing to do. Like that's pretty rude. Like be one person, have the name that you like. Be excited about that, but don't just like take names from other people because it's there. Allow the magic to be like spread throughout the world. I think that'd be a pretty cool thing for people to do. Can't we all just be chill? I hope so. I hope so indeed. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to see advancement in any sort of mobile game. I think that's always exciting. So when I see something like this, I think it's pretty exciting because it's new, and I think I like it just because it's new. I used to just go and download like random apps from the App Store pretty regularly to see what's new in the world and how to play and experience new types of gaming. So when there's something profoundly new, I enjoy that a lot. When I can find something that is fairly unique to the point that I have not seen it or not seen it done to that capacity before, I'm always pretty stoked. And I think that's what Wizards Unite should be doing And what Pokemon Go I think definitely did, it reached into the hearts of people that uh, oftentimes had either like not thought about Pokemon for a while, or like a lot of people that were just like, oh, this is a new way to game, which is pretty exciting. Of course, there were some issues with like servers and stuff, which is understandable, especially um, if you're thinking about it from their stance, right? Like they had one game before that, which is Ingress, and it did have pretty like I would say it's a pretty successful game, but it had no comparison to the level of success that came from Wizards Unite. That there was a like revolutionary, like everyone was out playing Wizards Unite and like pretty stoked about that game. So I would say that that is a profoundly new way that they had created a game. And with that, I would say there is quite a bit of. I think it just crashed again. Oh man, that's a bummer. Oh no, we're good. Okay. Um, Slight heart attack. Um, yeah, I think Pokemon Go just it captured it to a new level. It was something that we just had not seen before. So I'm pretty down to see what Wizards Unite ends up doing, and I know that I'm biased because I'm definitely a Harry Potter fan. Have been for a very very long time. Uh, like books, movies, everything that you could possibly think of. Wizarding Worlds, like I'm pretty stoked on Wizards Unite. I have not been to the Wizarding World in Florida, but I have in Hollywood, and I'm pretty. I would say like I'm decently well versed in like what's going on in the Harry Potter world. Um, Definitely listen to like podcasts and stuff on it. So um, I'm more excited about Wizards Unite than I have been for a mobile game for a really long time. I definitely thought 2018 was going to be the year of Harry Potter with the release of Hogwarts Mystery and Wizards Unite. We're still waiting. Hasn't happened yet. So we shall see what happens. I'm always optimistic until I see something. I won't know what we have. So I know a lot of folks are like pretty uncertain of what to do in like this meantime of waiting and hoping, and we may see a cool game, but we don't know yet. Um, Not bad. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. It's just getting to the point that we are where we want it to be, which is released. So, but overall, I'm pretty glad that they're taking their time and they're choosing to release something that is complete, which I am always happy about. That I would rather see something that has more features, that is more put together and stable, than I would something that is not. Uh, so those are my main thoughts on it. I know a lot of folks are like pretty. I wouldn't say disappointed, but I'd say like ready for it to come out. So I mean, I've been ready for it too. I'm just waiting a little bit more because I think that it is valuable that they take their time and do something well as opposed to just doing something. It's also going to be a pretty big follow up to um, Pokemon Go with their launch and with what they created in it. And it sounds like from the articles that we had released last month that we are definitely going to be seeing a lot of really cool features that were not in Pokemon Go that are going to be introduced in Wizards Unite. They have also announced a lot of events. So Pokemon Go is having a lot of events, Ingress is having a lot of events, and we're coming up pretty quickly to summer, which is the announcement time of Wizards Unite. So we will see what happens. Pretty stoked to see how things play out. I'm just not sure what it will look like. So we'll see in time. You will notice that when things attack me, they are also getting like knocked away. That's because my shield has, I guess, anytime I block, it attacks. It's a pretty good attacker in comparison to like my weapon right now because it's not very effective against these creatures. So I'm just gonna block. Like, not even upset about it. And my middle spell is an absorb spell. So on the left side, like right above my magic blue. Oh, it's right behind me. You can't see it. There's an absorb spell, so you can heal back up. And this I'm just trying to get as far as I can before the world ends up destroying me, which probably will not be long because they definitely increase the difficulty the further down you go in the abyss or the abuso. So I am waiting until I get wrecked, which will probably be pretty quick here. With that, do you also have any questions about Wizards Unite? I just made it to floor 11. That's pretty cool. This is the furthest I've gone into the Abyss. Do you also have questions on Wizards Unite or Elder Scrolls Blades or anything else that is going on? Life advice, help, wizarding help, professorship help, hype level help. I could definitely pretend to work on some of those things. Yo, Goblin, stop hurting me. That's not cool. Stop being that. Okay, I just got wrecked. So we're gonna go ahead and leave out of here. Wooden chest, lavender, glow dust, void salt, and honeycomb. Cool. So I will head back to that main menu. I think it's a pretty cool feature, something different to kind of, I would say, challenge play. So the arena is also something that will be coming soon, which is pretty cool. And we have our town and our store. And then chests, I think are a pretty cool feature. So wooden chests are ones that only take 5 seconds, and I'm down for that. Always down, always down. And yeah, so these ones go pretty quickly, which I'm always happy about. Their items aren't usually super great, but some things are have been pretty helpful. So I don't think that they're useless, which is kind of surprising for something that only takes 5 seconds. Okay, we're gonna open this up. Fortunately, we have a golden chest, so I will definitely be incubating. Incubating? I don't know what term do we like with that? Letting it sit. Incubating it over the night tonight. And then we can wake up, open the gold chest, and there's usually a lot better rewards in there. Yeah, pretty exciting. I'm pretty stoked to see how they end up incorporating some of this stuff a little bit further. So this is going to be constructing for a while. Oh, it looks like I leveled up. That's cool. So I got an hour there. Let's go ahead and check out our 11th level up. This is actually really, really, really exciting because I have been waiting for this level up for a while. Definitely upping my magic again. This is actually the second or third time they've offered me something when I level up. I'm not buying it today. Okay, why I was excited about this. You can upgrade your spells when you reach level 11, your first rank here. So I can get this up to a level 2, which is pretty awesome. So here I will be upgrading, definitely upping my damage there, and my absorb spell as well. I would like to upgrade, and I don't think I can do my lightning bolt just yet. I cannot. So this one, it looks like it will be level up 14. It does go pretty quick though, so it's not like it's bad. I've been pretty casual in playing so far, and I've been able to get here pretty quickly. Oh, nice. It looks like I can also get some new spells. So this one is Consuming Inferno. Be a super magician with this. All right, so continuous stream of flames deals 60 fire damage per second while draining the caster's stamina. And then if they run out of stamina, you start draining their health too. This can be interrupted by casting. Most things can, so if you get hit while casting, you will not be able to cast your spell, which does get annoying sometimes, but you just got to get with the block and then shoot out your spell real quick. Definitely down for that. I'm going to have to... Oh, I need to equip it as well. So that's one thing as well. Anytime that you unlock a new spell, you do have to equip it. And here I have been saving up my skills, so I still have 5 left, which is good, but it's not great. Here I will go ahead and equip this, and it looks like when you equip it, it takes 1 off. So I wonder if I can equip the fire. Yeah, so you can only do 3 at a time. I've actually been looking to try and find out what that limit is. So here, I will leave a fire spell, an electric spell, and then an absorb spell, because I think that's a pretty good mix of spells. And I'm definitely, I want to see what this firewall looks like. So we're going to go on a quick mission here. Missions are levels 1 through 5. So here I have a level 1, should be pretty quick here, and we're just going to go ahead and run off because I want to watch somebody fall into a wall of fire. Maybe that's a problem. Never mind, I don't want to talk about that. Let's see what else we can talk about. Oh yes, even better. I'm really excited about this. That's a spider. I definitely think spiders deserve to be burned in a wall of fire, so this is even more exciting for me. Let's see what happens. Oh, perfect. I'm not thrilled with that animation. The animation's not cool, but I think what it does is pretty awesome. So, oh man, my block was too good. I shouldn't have gone with the level 1. Mistakes were made. Okay, let's see. Is there anywhere else? Let's run through this. This should be pretty quick here. I'm pretty sure I could literally just block with my shield. I don't think I need to block in this one because I shouldn't have too much damage coming from level 1 things. So let's see if I can do this a little bit better. All right. That's, I mean, a little bit better. I don't think I saw it like shooting out of my hands the first time. It just kind of died, which I was not thrilled with, but that's cool. Kind of a little flamethrower. It's like I'm a real life Charmander here. It's pretty cool. It's definitely not the consuming like wall of fire that I was looking for, but it's all right. It's definitely chill. Oh, look, spider. Goodbye, spider. You are dead now. So this this quest, it looks like all I'm doing is collecting some fire salts. That's pretty chill. For a level 1 task, it's definitely not challenging, and it shouldn't be. Any level 1 task you should be able to do pretty simply. Yo, we do not just jump out and bite people. That's rude. You deserve that fire. Last time I definitely had a lot of introspection while live streaming this. I was not certain like why it was okay for me to like go places and just like tear through people's houses. As soon as you finish up the task, it will go into this like rewards menu. I just click explore real quick because I have to burn that. I can't just leave a spider there unattended. That's rude. Gotta clear out the spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? I don't know. Aranio eczema, right? Alright, so finishing up that one. Pretty cool. Pretty chill mission. Obviously that was super quick. I don't even want to know how many minutes. It was pretty quick though. They're not meant to be challenging. I think they're just like, it was a quick reward. So I'm cool with that. Always cool with that. Alrighty, y'all. I think this is where I'm going to be mostly wrapping up. I have to go and like fix everything. That happens every time. So if you do end up downloading this and playing, just know you're going to be visiting our good buddy here and repairing all of your items all the time because Lange definitely likes to take all your money. All right, cool. And I will show you like pretty quickly just I guess the town that I've been building up. So here I've put up a couple Imperial banners. These are going to help in growing your town level. So here my town level is 3. And every time that you upgrade your town level, you're getting new buildings and you can like change their style and stuff. So there's a couple things you can unlock along the way. It's not too much, but it's pretty cool. And I'm pretty, I'm excited to see, like, I think it's cool that you can upgrade your town on top of upgrading your individual character. And this is actually another thing that I picked up on one of the quests. So got a pretty cool warrior statue here. And I haven't tried taking them down yet, but I think you can. Yeah, so you can remove these and go put them somewhere else if you don't like where they are. This one's pretty chill for right now. And for right now, I think I'm going to head over to my town hall here and see if there's... Looking for something? No, not right now. Town hall, so here it says I'm at level 3 and I can upgrade this to stone or customize it to stone. I just need a little bit more limestone, so that might be something coming up pretty quick. And then level 5 town, I'm getting a castle, and Castle Hogwarts will definitely be built here in Elder Scrolls Blades. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed a sneak peek into a little bit of Elder Scrolls Blades, talking about some Wizards Unite nonsense and foolishness until we wait for our final release date of when this game will be announced. Or we could, I mean, it could honestly just be something that they just drop in the App Store someday and it's there, and we all like lose our minds because we were not expecting it. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping that they do announce the game because I think it would be a little bit more helpful for folks that are trying to make videos and stuff. Yep, personal ambition there of like, well, I mean, if I'm gonna be making videos, I think it'd be good to like know the day. That way I don't like accidentally sleep in or something and like all of a sudden like need to rush to my camera to like record things when I'm like 3 hours behind everyone else. Thanks for being here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. And if you have questions, always feel free to reach out to me on Twitter. Shoot me a message, see what's going on, and I'd love to hang out with you guys. See you guys next time.